It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' electric quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Bears on EA Sports.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. And this will wind up the Lions' first down as he gets it up past the 35. The Lions at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They're really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And bulldozing his way through. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 78 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here. So it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing on third down, Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Bears defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at #5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with touchdown #7 on the year. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our... When he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shreds him with a stiff arm, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Bears defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
This is caught inside the 15. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, let's batten down the hatches. much his time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from a yard out. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once. Maybe defensively now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2, 3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now 3rd down and 7. Fields now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. They shakes him off. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set. Number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Hands it off out of the gun and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Algier will try to pick it up. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Algier going straight ahead. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now it's Fields. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive. The bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Lions to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. It's a quick first down. Slot man moves right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 24 yards.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Give to Reynolds. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's That's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's Fields now on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 3rd and 2, Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Again, Fields trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard.
He's got a man, complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one. Habit, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin with one of the top rivalries in the AFC, if not all of football. Pittsburgh heading to Foxborough to take on New England. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. Kenny Pickett with a couple of touchdown tosses. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Michael Wilson, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he will be taken down here, but another big gain on the ground to start the drive. This one good for 16, and yet again a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
They can't tackle him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, it took a while to get their first touchdown of the game, but finally some signs of life here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, that was the burst they'd been lacking all throughout this game, but that was a decisive run. Might have caught the defense a little flat-footed because they hadn't been able to get going in this one, and he was able to take that one all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Gibbs straight ahead. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. Game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On second, here's Algier. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Algier fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Tyler Algier taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. So 4th and goal. Their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance. In, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Jameer Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Boy, 184 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A run here on 1st down with Reynolds. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Fields.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Fields.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Looking to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
Here's Fields.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 15 yards on the play, first down. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, they get